It's been about a week since me and my friend Snowwtech have caught Snowwtech for scamming people. And here's the thing, the situation has already gotten way worse. And it's only been 7 days. Yeah, from Snowwtech admitting to everything to his Snowwtech's moderators telling people to kill themselves, it has gotten so much worse. He even reached the podium, which is just completely unfair. Anyways, let's get into today's video. Now, what do I mean by all these things? Well, Snowwtech recently admitted to actually scamming people. And here's what happened. Now, first off, Snowwtech admitted to scamming, like clear-up admission of guilt. Already could be used against him in court. Now, what he did is a guy by the name of Daryl. I don't know his full username, but Daryl contacted him just with his username. And Snowwtech straight up just put, "I'm sorry, bro, it's an unmodded game." And by saying it's an unmodded game, that's an admission of guilt, proving what we said in our last video is already true. And here's the thing. If Snowwtech admits to this, that's making his 2 counts of felonies, and the 10 years that he could get in prison with his age being 15, he's potentially getting even more. If this is used against him in court, he would get even more. Because here's the thing, one act of scamming might give him a couple charges, but with so many acts of scamming, Snowwtech is actively gonna probably get like at least 10 years if this goes to court. Not only that, but he actually reached the gaming podium, which if you don't know what the podium is basically like the top charts of all the gamers on TikTok Live. He reached number 3 just a few weeks ago, right? And then, just a few days ago, he reached number 1 on the gaming podium for just scamming people, which is completely unfair. First off, Snowwtech isn't doing anything good. His content isn't even good, like for the streams. It's horrible. It's just him scamming people and screaming, "If you're gonna subscribe now!" with the stupidest gameplay. Like he's just playing steal a brain rot saying, "If you donate, you get Dragon Canelli," and then scamming people, running away, and then trying to act like he's so happy and he's so cool. He's not. In addition to this, my friend tried to send him a cease and desist, right? Here's the thing. When my friend sent him a cease and desist, you know what Snowwtech responded with? He said, "I'm literally crying. On the legality side of this, I've done nothing wrong." When Snowwtech, you know what you did wrong. First off, you have 1 count of fraud, basically, for scamming your fans. Here's the thing, with the amount of money you make from these streams, which, by the way, the money that Snowwtech makes from the streams, we can't perfectly calculate. Me and Snowwtech have a pinpoint. We do have somewhat of an idea. He is reportedly probably made for each stream. Like, if someone donates 1 galaxy every couple minutes, he's making like 500. He could make an upwards of 1,000 per stream. And if he's streaming like once a week, maybe twice a week, he's making so much money from this. He's making he's probably making more than the average like American person. Like he makes so much money from this off of just scamming people. And here's the thing. But the fact that he's making this much money off of scamming people is just completely hypocritical. And yeah, he put that my friend gave him 1 galaxy in the Facebook post, right? But a galaxy is $30. And here's the thing. If someone takes 1 galaxy and donates it to someone, you want to know what happens? That's $30. And my friend actually donated Snowwtech 3 galaxies. That's almost $100. And here's the thing. Did my friend get it? No, he didn't get anything. He lost $100. And if that happened to 1 kid and Snowwtech has 300,000 followers, imagine all the other kids. A lot. You can assume it's probably like hundreds of kids losing money. My friend had transacted so much money to Snowwtech that it's actually insane. But that's not even the start of the situation. It gets much, much worse. When me and Snowwtech went onto Snowwtech's Discord server to ask him why Snowwtech would do this, Snowwtech's moderators were not nice about this. Instead of being civil about it, the moderators completely bashed my friend, telling him this is why you have a low sub count, this is why no girl likes you, and saying a ton of other things. Horrible, and completely destroying my friend's mental health just in those couple messages. The moderator proceeded to tell him himself that he sucks and that he's a piece of shit, and a ton of other bad things, which aren't even true because my friend is cool. But either way, why would Snowwtech's moderators do this? Just proving that's another admission of guilt. Because here's the thing. That Facebook post is an admission of guilt with him saying he donated 1 galaxy and didn't get anything. That's an admission of guilt. The private DM is an admission of guilt. And then his moderator doing all these things, another admission of guilt on Snowwtech's behalf, which is 3 admissions of guilt. Already making his fraud and legal black market selling charges even more if this would go to court. But here's the thing. It's not even the end of it. Tons of other people got scammed. And here's the thing. When Snowwtech is making so much money from this, from the streams in the past year, Snowwtech has been trending, right? He got 300,000 followers. And if one kid lost $100, and each stream he's making $1,000, do you know how many kids probably got scammed? Each stream, let's just assume that maybe 50 kids get scammed out of like good money. That's a lot of money, and that can even make the fraud charge go up with the amount of money that these kids are losing. And here's the thing, Snowwtech's streams might actually be pre-recorded. I can't confirm this, but there are a lot of people telling me Snow streams are pre-recorded. That's why he doesn't act when people donate. Which I don't know if that's entirely true, but it does seem so. It does kinda. Because when someone donates, instead of like screaming, reacting, or even saying thanks for the dono, he just doesn't do anything. Really. Which honestly does make sense. With someone like Snowwtech, he's probably busy making other pre-recorded streams to earn even more money, proving how malicious, greedy, and money-minded Snowwtech is. And yeah, Snowwtech commented under the last video, meaning he acknowledges that he is a scammer by commenting, "I made this kind of content when I was a kid as well." The most generic comment, and here's the thing, it's the real Snowwtech. If you check Snowwtech's link, all his links, like go to TikTok, check all his links, there is literal proof that it's him. With 700 subscribers on YouTube, that's the real Snowwtech on YouTube. And Snowwtech basically responded. But instead of having a response of like maybe just not responding, maybe even taking the video down, he's just acknowledging it like it's some type of joke. When scamming people is not a joke. You're making them lose tons of money and tons of opportunities, all for what? Some in-game items that they're never gonna get? Honestly, totally unfair. Now, don't get me wrong, Snowwtech did say great stuff, but here's the thing. I feel like that's forced. I feel like he's just trying to say that so I don't make another video of this to make me think, Snowwtech, he's not gonna do it again. He probably thinks that's what I'm gonna do. Here's the thing, I know Snowwtech is a scammer. There's so much evidence to prove so. And here's the thing, just a quick update, this part's an update. Snowwtech actually said he will stop streaming, which is one good thing. So what we are doing has worked. He has stopped streaming. He's not gonna scam people. He says he's gonna start grinding, making videos, which is good. Now here's the thing, my friend and I still want to somewhat sue him, but here's the thing, we aren't, because, well, Snowwtech recently actually found a way to appeal all the money back, which meaning if he's going to appeal all the money back, and he actually does, then we don't have a case. But here's the thing, if he doesn't appeal the money back, me and my friend Snowwtech will have a case. And as of right now, I don't think we are going to be able to sue him with the fact that we are kids. But here's the thing, just by appealing all the money and saying that you're going to stop doesn't justify your actions completely. I feel like the apology did do, yeah, it's a good apology, I guess, somewhat nice, but I feel like you should at least go onto TikTok to acknowledge it, not using other platforms, because then again, you are scamming on TikTok and not other platforms. Anyways, we want to get this, situation out there a bit more, so I would really appreciate y'all if you could subscribe, like, comment, and share with a friend, and even, hype this video up once I get the hype feature, because we're so close to 200 subscribers, we might have already hit it. Anyways, have a good day, everybody.